entitle this video, if you don't have a tool, make a tool.
We're also entitling this, make sure you know how to operate the welder.
I know how to operate my welder. I feel like one of the kids have been out here playing games. Take two. What in the hell is going on? Wear the proper shoes when you're welding.
Oh, you mean shorts and tennis shoes are not proper?
Yeah, I wasn't quite 100% prepared for what I was doing today. Voila! One tool to remove the caps on the top of the forks.
Well, he's welding to make a tool for us to take the top caps of the fork tubes on this road glide, and I'll show you right here. If you don't have the proper Allen, you can take a 5-inch socket or a spark plug socket, flip it upside down, boom, right there. Now you got the tool to take the top cap off the fork tube.
This will be where my marginal bubblegum weld job I just did on this tool breaks. Hammond's in there. You know what? Let's just go to higher torque. There's the motorcycle. It's going to go. Oh, you never used that on that. My weld broke.
Your weld broke.
My weld broke. That sucked. That's okay. Sometimes when your tools break, you just fix them again.
All right, now I'm going to take the brake calipers off. 10 millimeter, 12 point.
10 mil.
Do you have something?
I do.
What?
Zip ties. No garage is complete without zip ties of all assortments of sizes, shapes, lengths, and colors.
Or when we're on the road doing this, we have the Crown Royal bags that we put on. Don't know where we got them from.
Oh, to put them in a bag just to keep them from getting scratched up.
Yeah, we take the Crown Royal.
Maybe that's the humor in the video is all F-ups that we make.
Back pump. That for the pinch bolts up on the forks.
And in case you missed it before, leave your pinch bolt tight until you break the axle nut loose on the other side.
Whatever you do, don't wipe it off. Yep, don't wipe that off. Unless you have other grease to put back on it, don't wipe the grease off. And then you'll have to go find grease to put grease back on.
Oh, I agree.
Oh, you got grease? All right, if you got grease, you can wipe it off. I didn't know you had grease, or I'd be like, that's why I was like, don't wipe it off.
Ah, yeah. No worries.
Because I helped a friend one time in his garage do that, and he went clean. I was like,
No grease.
You got any grease? He's like, nope.
No, I got
Then we were doing a. Okay, next thing is you got your pinch bolts on your top and lower triple tree that actually pinch that triple tree together to hold your fork tube. You don't need to take them all the way out. You just need to loosen up enough to slide the fork tube out of the triple trees.
greasy.
There you have it. First one's down. Let's go do them. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you're going to take the bolt out of the bottom of your fork. This bolt actually connects to the stem and also keeps the oil in your fork. Normally I recommend doing it with the socket, but we're two old guys in the garage and we make stuff work.
So what are we doing now?
We're taking the drain bolt out of the bottom lower fork.
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
Got a screwdriver.
Yes.
Straight screwdriver, anything will fit in one of these holes.
Oh, I got you. Why didn't you say so?
There we go.
Bam! And one more time, that little copper crush washer in there, just in case you missed it, is an important piece. That is the actual seal that seals the bolt so your fork oil doesn't leak back out the bottom side. So if for some reason you tear it up while you're taking it out, go make sure you get you a new one.
Yeah. So it's got the
Loctite all over.
Loctite all over. That's why.
Let me clean that one up. Should be good.
This is the part that everybody gets a kick out of.
Hmm.
Kind of watch with this, it'll kind of stick and then you'll push real hard and it'll just go all over the place.
Mm.
I learned that the first time I ever did that. A great guy, Peanut, thanks Peanut, he's like, hey, you better watch that. And I went, and oil all over me, all over the floor.
Well, you're doing better than I did the first time I ever did this. I was at that same vise doing exactly what you're doing right now.
Yep.
Except I had it still like squeezed in the vise, and it came out of the vise and hit the bucket, and the bucket just exploded all over the garage. And fork oil stinks.
Yeah. Yep, we're going to take the top cap off. That way we can take all the internals out. Let me tighten this up before I lose it. Alright. See, this is why I recommended loosening this top cap before you took it out of the triple tree. Unless you actually had a vice clamp for fork tubes, it is really hard to get these this top to break loose.
And as always, with doing, if anything, it's a spring under pressure. Be careful when you take that out.
Yep, that's what I'm getting ready to get to as I get my other. This is about to get dangerous. Because there is a spacer that is really sharp and everything's under pressure. And if you don't pay attention or be safe with it, it can actually come up and slice your hand. I've seen it happen. So you want to get it to where you can keep some pressure down.
Wham!
I've only done this a couple times. You can't tell. This is the part I want to show them. See, this is the part I was talking about. It's on top. If you're not pushing down and keeping pressure, that thing will come up and it'll just slice your hand. Very dangerous. Now, here's the cool thing about using suspension from H2 Performance. You're going to take all of this and dump it up. You're not going to need anything that's inside of this.
Nothing.
Nothing at all. And the next thing to do is there's a snap ring that sits down inside the lower. You're going to take it with a pick and you're going to pop it out because these two, this is going to come apart. Bloop, bloop. And you're asking, whoa, why'd you take those two apart? Because there is a little spacer inside the bottom that, well, you want to get out. Take your brake cleaner. Uh-oh. Take your brake cleaner, clean out the oil from the bottom. Alright, we might have to go get more brake cleaner. Alright, we're back after the TV time out here. We got some brake fluid cleaner. That way we can clean this out and make it. Take this and we're going to clean it. Alright, so when you get your fork tubes out, you're going to have a lot of crud and we're going to say dirt and stuff. I always take a scuff pad and I'll just give her the old clean up a little bit. Smooth everything out. Also allows me to inspect the fork tube, make sure it's not bent, pitted, scorned, anything like that. Yeah. Make it look good. Yep. Also, let's clean the inside up. Look at that. All right. Looking good. All right, so let me get the fork cartridges and we'll go over that. Well, the cool thing about this suspension is this is a mini form of that rear shock body. Except this is made for your front. Same valving, everything. Same situation, all handmade, in-house. Lifetime warranty, 100,000 mile service intervals. So, like everything else, go over to rideh2.com and pick it up. But also, in the kit, you get the oil. So you don't have to worry about finding oil, measuring oil out. They come one bottle for each side, and it's already measured for you, and you just, there you go, and send it. But the thing you need to know about this suspension is you don't have to just sag, you don't have to just up and down when you get it. When they come to you, it's ready to go, ready to drop in, you're done. You don't have to think about it. Just put it together and go ride. So now we're to the point we're going to start putting this thing back together, cleaned everything up and got it ready. You have your actual front fork cartridge, the shock body, your spring, your stem, and this goes into the upper side. You also have a top out spring, which you want to make sure that you slide it on before you put it in. There you go. You also got your end cap that will make sure that this lines up into the bottom bolt hole of your lower fork. And then we just put it together. Get a little bit of thread tape on it before you put it back in there. Because you do not want this, or you can just put you a dab of lock tape. It'll work the same for you.
I like the idea of the thread tape better than Loctite.
Snapped right in there. All right, before we do anything else, let's put the oil in it. Keep you from making a mess. And this is just where I've done it 5 bazillion times. Right. You can go back and look through the archives and everything, see it done at the rallies on our channel. Put the tip of your bottle against the shock body and start pouring. So the cool thing about these 4 cartridges is your factory has this cap. That's what keeps everything in it. But the 4 cartridges, you don't need it. We forgot to do a part. We just got excited putting it back together. As you see, the forks are back up in the trees. The big thing about when you're setting your forks is to walk your pinch bolts. Because once you do it 1 pinch bolt, it'll come loose, so you can come and walk up and down. Make sure you keep the right torque specs. I'm out of breath because we were just putting the tire on.
We're terrible at filming these how-to videos.
Yes, we are. We are definitely not a how-to channel.
Not a how-to-do, just a how-to tell you to do.
Yeah, that's it.
That's our problem.
Yeah.
It's not the how-to, it's the relaying that message of how-to. 70 foot-pounds.
Now, take that back down to 30. All right, we got everything put on. Jason's just checking it out.
It works.
It works.
It works.
It works.
This will be great in the twisties.
So, with that being said, I hope you guys had fun with us. I don't know how much of a how-to it was, but at least they got to see us.
It's not like a how-to. It's like, watch what they did.
Yeah. Don't do what I do. Oh, no.
Don't do what I say, do what I do.
Yeah.
Don't do what I do what I say.
Yeah. But hope you guys had fun, and you can go to rideH2.com to pick up your suspension.
Good stuff.
It is good stuff.
Well, hope you enjoyed it. And this has been the How to Fit a Bike to a Rider video.
Yep. As Crystal says, it just costs money.
You can fit any bike to anybody. Just costs money to do it.
All right, we'll see you guys later.